Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 19 of the 31 Days of Horror. DBougie86 here again, of course. And the film I got for you guys today is a film directed by Umberto Lenzi. Of course, if you know, Umberto Lenzi passed away today. Rest in peace to Umberto Lenzi. One of my favorite Italian directors, of course, most famously known for directing films like Nightmare City, Spasmo, Syndicate Sadist, numerous other ones, Cannibal Ferox, of course, Sacrifice, aka Man from Deep River, Eaten Alive, numerous films that Umberto Lenzi has done in the horror genre. And he's just a great director. He just does a lot of different genres in general. And this one's interesting because it's a film from the 90s, and it's actually one of his, I think it's actually his last horror film that he directed before he went and did like a few other films after this, but they weren't horror related. And this is his last like full blown like horror film like that he directed. And that of course is titled Black Demons. Yes, very interesting plot of this one. We're introduced to our main three characters, Dick and his sister's boyfriend Kevin, who are all like on this expedition. They're going to do like some exhibition work for their jobs, I believe. And Dick ends up going off because they have like a quarrel, his sister and his sister's boyfriend. And Dick ends up getting involved in like this voodoo ritual where he becomes like possessed by this like voodoo spirit thing. And they end up getting stuck in this house, and Dick plays like this incantation where these undead black slaves end up rising from their tombs and seeking revenge on the white people, pretty much. They end up stalking and killing like the group of people that Dick, Kevin, and Dick's sister are all like intertwined into like this house setting. And it's pretty much these undead slave zombies picking them off one by one. Now, that's pretty much the main plot of it. Now, my thoughts on the film. It's not all bad. Movie was plagued with like production problems, as we hear on like the thing, the interview with Umberto Lenzi in this film. Talking about like situations with like actors getting involved in like fights with each other, and just the tension, and set with like the language barrier between like the Brazil, because this whole film was filmed in Brazil, I believe. So you get that like aspect of it and stuff. So it was like a troubled shoot to begin with. So I could see like why this film had like, you could see like its problems inside the film. That's all I'll give away. But very interesting plot, I have to say. Like I do like the look of the zombies in this film. They're like more of your like classical like voodoo type zombies instead of like your Night of the Living Dead zombies. But they have like some weird characteristics to them, especially with like their sores and stuff. Like you'll see like eye sores on some of them. And they do some damage. Like the first scene, the first kill in this film is very brutal and very like, especially because it involves like an eye. So you're like, oh my god, like, ooh. Like I like horror is like some of the best horror because it's just grueling and painful to look at it. Because that's somebody's eyeball. It's like, you know what I mean? Like that type of shit. But overall, it's like a smally paced film. It has like a very slow build up to it because they had to get to point A to point B pretty much. And what ends up happening is like there's a lot of dialogue heavy scenes in this film, which I have to say like kind of drag the action scenes a little bit because of like the whole like slow motion of these zombies and stuff. They don't really attack at the daytime. From what I remember, I think maybe one of them does, because I don't know. It was like kind of like during like a dialogue scene, but not that bad of a film. It's very like a good pace and has like some good like musical scores and tension built throughout it. And the characters I did like for the most part. Like there's one character that kind of had like a weird subplot with her, and yeah, it just came and go. They didn't really get more into it, which I wish they did in the film, if that makes any sense. But overall, it's still a fun watch from Umberto Lenzi. Not his best work by any means, but still a solid film in his filmography. So if I had to rate Black Demons, it's getting like a solid 6.5 out of 10. Very solid stuff from a legend of Italian horror. So yeah, I say check out Black Demons. I know this edition by Shriek Show uh, might be out of print, so hopefully this does get a re-release down the line. So, but I think you can still get this around. Like, I got this for relatively cheap, and that's before like Shriek Show, was still going under and stuff. You know what I mean? But they're coming back too, so who knows? Maybe they'll re-release it themselves, which would be cool. So yeah, Black Demon 6.5 out of 10. All right, guys, that's it for day 19. As always, rest in peace to Umberto Lenzi. Leave in the comments if you're watching any Umberto Lenzi films today, which films you're watching, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Peace out.